take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
What if I told you that the cartoon we all know as the Thundercats was actually based on a real ancient cosmic war that took place between the Lyrans and the Draco Reptilians? Lyrans are cat-like extraterrestrials. They actually depicted them all through the hieroglyphics in ancient Kemet. The ancient Kemetic goddess Sekhmet was actually from the Lyran constellation. Kemetic goddess Bastet is also from the Lyran constellation. Here's a depiction of the Lyrans. This is an extraterrestrial feline race, okay, from the constellation of Lyra. All right, now they are pretty much agreeable, meaning that they're benevolent beings. We got along with these beings. Bastet was actually married to Enki, or they also referred to him as Ptah. We all know Mumra was their main villain, okay? And if you look at the emblem on his chest, it's a two-headed serpent facing each other, basically. It's a personification of reptilian chaos energy. These were their primary villains, okay? They were reptilians. We all know the Draconians are basically tyrants, all right? They're a very tyrannical race. Their objective is basically to create war and chaos. For those that aren't aware of who the Lyrans are, some say that these beings actually created the Elohim. It was referred to as the Lyran Syrian High Council, all right? And their job was they overseeing the Syrians that seeded the 12-strand DNAs on the 5D planet Terra. Again, the Lyran Syrian High Council was basically in charge of hosting the seeding of 12-strand genetics on the planet. All of one was basically the personification of what's called the Christic ideology. So in perspective, this was a war of consciousness. This is a war between the Christ and the Antichrist. Christ meaning love and service to others, and Antichrist basically just meaning service to self. The Antichrist, basically in perspective, means a tyrannical mindset just in service to self and opposed to the collective conscious joining for love for others. Because these beings' objective is to basically oppress the law of one or go against the law of one, they basically are willing to mind control you to bend you to their will. They'll basically strip you of your free will. A lot of us think we are operating under our own accord, when most of the time it's MK Ultra, it's different things that are being induced in our neurophysiology to basically make us basically they're puppet mastering everyone, all right, through different technology and a lot of different chemicals and things of that nature, just to basically bend you to their will. Even depicted it in Thundercats. Mumra was a mummified mystic. He used mind control and a lot of different tactics to get the Thundercats to go against each other, to basically get them off point and things of that nature. Mumra used a lot of mind control tactics and mind games. This is the same thing that's going on currently with the Draco Reptilians. They use MK Ultra. They use a lot of mind games to basically pull you away from who you truly are. This is why in Thundercats, they also showed us the importance of the third eye and seeing through the illusion. When Lionel picked up the Sword of Omens and he put it right here and he said, give me sight beyond sight, it opened that pineal gland up. And that's the representation of the pineal gland is seeing through the illusion. He was able to see through all Mumra's magic, all his illusions, okay? The fourth wall he put up to create that illusion, that pineal gland will break it down. This is why I stress the importance of getting your lion's mane mushroom or ginkgo biloba to decalcify your pineal gland and regenerate damaged brain cells. I also highly recommend getting your blue lotus and mugwort leaf for accessing transcendental states of consciousness. These herbs are great for lucid dreaming as well as astral projection. I do have all high quality herbs, elixirs, and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension. For those who never seen this cartoon, or probably those who never seen it in years, you know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up on cartoons like this. Go watch it again. It's a lot of gems in there. Peace, love, and light to everyone.
Understanding. Number 1. The Lyran War. The Lyra constellation in the northern celestial hemisphere has been a source of wonder and inspiration for various cultures throughout history. In starseed lore, Lyra is often associated with a race of feline-like beings believed to have contributed to Earth's cosmic heritage. The Lyran felines are depicted as majestic and advanced entities connected deeply to the cosmos. Lyrans are our original ancestors from the galactic community. All humans in the universe originated from Lyra. The human form evolved over millions of years on many worlds and also genetically manipulated branches. This has led to humanity transforming over time to be incredibly diverse in bodily form and levels of consciousness. However, all humans came from the feline Lyrans, aka cat people. Most sources agree that in our part of the galaxy, the cradle of mankind stood in the constellation of Lyra 40 million years ago. Over time, several humanoid species evolved. The majority of them were Lyran Caucasians, who looked virtually identical to the Caucasian race on Earth. Today, though many of them were taller, approximately 22 million years ago, they were capable of traveling to other stars. As soon as they started exploring other systems in their galactic vicinity, they also began to colonize neighboring planets. It didn't take long before they came across other humanoid races. The first such race they encountered was at Vega, also within the Lyran constellation, but fairly close to Earth, as it is only 25 light years away from us. Vega, too, was inhabited by humanoid races, most of them brown-skinned and blue-skinned people. These first encounters went peacefully. Soon the population started interacting and joined forces in the further exploration and colonization of space. They went to Andromeda, Pleiades, Cygnus Alpha, Tau Ceti, Orion, Sirius, Altair, Alpha Centauri, Arcturus, Antares, Hyades, Sagittarius A and B Cassiopeia, Procyon, and other worlds. One of the first non-humanoid races they came across was the reptilian race that had its home in the Draco constellation. Nobody is really sure where the Draco originated. They were brought here from another universe, billions of years ago. They were capable of space travel long before mankind even existed. At the time of the first encounters, the Draco reptilians already had been exploring and colonizing for aeons and had a vast organized empire, usually referred to as the Draconian Empire. This empire still exists today and is one of the main players on the galactic exopolitical scene. The empire originated on Thuban, Alpha Draconis, and consists mainly of various groups of reptilian and dinosaur-like species. But humanoid worlds had joined, too, some forcefully, some willingly. Its most important members are based in Alpha Draconis, Epsilon Boots, Zeta E Reticuli, Polaris, Rigel, Orion, Bellatrix, Orion, Capella, Alpha Aurigae, Ursa Minor, and Ursa Major Sirius B Hydra, etc. The first encounters between the Lyran/Vegan explorers and the Draconian explorers did not go well. Conflicts broke out over worlds they both wanted to colonize and had claimed for themselves. It was in the Ring Nebula that the first fights broke out. Things then came to a dramatic escalation when the Draconians engaged in a full-force attack upon the Lyran home planets and destroyed several of them, killing millions of Lyrans. At that time, however, the majority of Lyrans had already emigrated to other worlds. They vowed to retaliate.
Today I'm going to talk to you about enlightenment and the color blue and the symbolisms that they put right in front of your face. But first, I need to inform you that correspondence is key. As told in the Hermetic Principles, as above, so below. As within, so without. This is why you want your aura green or blue, or both. That's why Ptah has a blue crown and Buddha is always green. You'll always find a laughing overweight jade Buddha because it's a symbolism of abundance and joy. So green and blue represent neutral and positive. We know that energy can't be created or destroyed, only transmuted. Therefore, everything is alchemy, aka transmutation of the elements. In alchemy, lead is to be transmuted into gold, and this is how you create the Philosopher's Stone. If you raise your frequency through love and enlightenment, then you will be able to not only achieve, but secure eternal happiness, which is what we call heaven. And that's ultimately the greatest achievement that one can obtain. And if you know anything about true love and happiness, it keeps you young, and that's not up for debate. Once you reach an enlightened state of awareness, you can't be fazed by anything because your soul is immortal, and the source, cause of all creation, is pure loving consciousness, and the effect is everything else, including negativity, hate, fear, and death. By coming to the heart chakra, you can identify with love and become directly tapped in and connected to source energy. You can call it the elixir of life, the fountain of youth, the holy grail, or the halls of Amenti where Hermes drinks from the flower of life. It's all about going within. In fact, he's called Hermes, as in hermit crab, because we're supposed to go within ourselves to bring the dark night of the soul to the light of day. And that is how you properly come forth from darkness to light. This is explained in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, also the Tibetan Book of the Dead, because there is only one truth, yet there is many ways of looking at it. Therefore, God has many names, but there is only one who is most high. And that is you, aka the eternal soul. If we are gods in a vessel, then that means we come from purity, and we become less pure. So the point is to become pure again. The Kundalini fire is what purifies the cerebral spinal fluid at the base of our spines, and this is symbolized in the movie Aladdin, where the lamp must be rubbed, aka friction and heat, and that's needed to resurrect the genie, aka Nagini, which means serpent in India. Resurrection comes from the words rise-erection. Your passionate inner determination and loving intention is what carries the energy up your spine, also called the highway to the infinite. The genie is blue because he has risen from the root chakra, which is red. You literally have 7 chakras within that are correlated to the 7 colors of the rainbow. And you may have heard the term indigo child or indigo European or Indian, even indigenous, all referring to the color indigo. In the movie Avatar, beings from Pandora are blue, Pandora being Pandora's box, which is your heart. And when you emerge from your heart, you are filled with love. Krishna is blue, Shiva and Kali are blue. Goku goes Super Saiyan blue as one of his highest forms. And last but not least, the Smurfs are blue, and they live in mushroom houses, because imagination happens when you consume psychedelics, and imagination is light in the mind, aka enlightenment. So the goal is to be centered, neutral and positive, which is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. That's why you want to be green and blue. Alright, William Shakespeare was not a real person. William Shakespeare was actually the signature of a man. The name can literally be rearranged to spell seek a wise phrase. And he basically said that the earth is a stage and we fell from the ether down to this theater, which spells earth. So you can be an extra or you can be the main star. And in this matrix, earth is our mother and our father is heaven, or God, also known as the ether. In Norse mythology, Thor is the god of gods. His father is Odin, which is the god of the Aesir, or Asgard, which is the ether. Malkuth to the Kether, Malkuth being earth, Kether the ether. Inside the ether, where light beings, low vibrational light becomes matter, we fall in consciousness. Frequency matter becomes light. It becomes illuminated. It raises its frequency through love. Either you control your mind or you become mind controlled. We are chess players or we are pawns, just like the Masonic homage to the checkerboard, spirit and matter. We are material bodies being driven by eternal forces called the 7 luminaries. We are the 7 Elohim. We are the Anunnaki. We are the 7 chakras that are within us. We are good and bad. Enlil and Enki is our ego and higher mind fighting each other. We make decisions every day. We battle ourselves. It's our higher nature versus our lower nature. We want to have cheat days. Some of us cheat on our partners. Some of us lie. We can be players or we can be ascended masters of the universe. Master is the main star. Or you can be a non-playable character, which is an NPC, or a bot, no ambition, or diligence, a couch potato, a sloth, a loser, not a winner. We don't want to be extras. We want to be the main movie star. Life can be a dream or a nightmare. We are either dreaming the dream that we want or we're stuck in someone else's dream. If you do not do the spiritual work, which is gain as much information as possible, stay healthy, be aware at all times of your surroundings. We come from purity and all the information in the universe, hence we came from pure intelligence. And we fell down into form and lost our memory. That's why babies have no memory. We are wiped clean. And our goal is to remember everything and wake up. We fell asleep. It's time to wake up, Neo. You are the one. It is time to be a werewolf in the Matrix. You either follow the rabbit down the rabbit hole or you stay asleep. Now choose.
The very word church. The word church is an English word. From the King's English, it goes back to a word in Scottish, kirk. K-I-R-K is church in English. Kirk in Scotland goes back to a Roman goddess, Circe. Circe goes back to a Greek goddess in Greece called Circe. Circe gave birth to Roman Circe. Roman Circe gave birth to Scottish Kirk, and Scottish Kirk gave birth to the English word church. So consequently, when you go to church, just remember it goes back to Mother Circe in Greece. Circe, if you go back to the library and get some books on Greek mythology, it will tell you that her name gives birth to what we call the church today. And Mother Circe was able to hypnotize people and bring them into her home, hypnotize them, and so that they would lose their mind and become animals, and then she would feed off of them, eat them and feed off of them. That's Greek mythology, Mother Circe. So consequently, Mother Church has done just that. She has hypnotized people, brought people into her house, and consequently lives off of them. One of the most important financial institutions in the world is the Roman Catholic Church, and all the other churches like the Mormons and Seventh-day Adventists and Christadelphians and Jehovah's Witnesses are trying to catch up with.
This man controls the entire world. Many people know about the Pope, but what if he's not the only Pope? Rumor has it that there are 3 popes in existence: the White Pope, which everyone knows, the Black Pope, and the Gray Pope, each trumping each other in terms of power. The White Pope is the leader of the Vatican Church, and the Black Pope is the leader of the Society of Jesuits. However, when it comes to the Gray Pope, it is a whole different story. Well, you'll see. The Gray Pope, or more commonly known as Pepe Orsini, is the latest heir from a long bloodline of black nobility that are the movers and shakers behind world control, with their dynasty going way back to even Babylonian times. Today, they are the world's most powerful family, heading the Illuminati, with even the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers reporting to them. But not many people know controls the entire world. Many people know about the Pope, but what if he's not the only Pope? Rumor has it that there are 3 popes in existence: the White Pope, which everyone knows, the Black Pope, and the Gray Pope, each trumping each other in terms of power. The White Pope is the leader of the Vatican Church, and the Black Pope is the leader of the Society of Jesuits. However, when it comes to the Gray Pope, it is a whole different story. Well, you'll see. The Gray Pope, or more commonly known as Pepe Orsini, is the latest heir from a long bloodline of black nobility that are the movers and shakers behind world control, with their dynasty going way back to even Babylonian times. Today, they are the world's most powerful family, heading the Illuminati, with even the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers reporting to them, but not many people know that.
North Pole. No ice. No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia. Okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606. So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820. And if you look, oh look, there's an alligator, there's a camel, warm weather animals. So, you want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this, all this land? And second thing, what froze them? What happened between 1587 and 1892 where those areas got frozen?
God in your Bible is no other than Enlil. When Anunnaki was sent down, there was a sibling rivalry between Enki and Enlil. En mean Lord. So Enki mean Lord of the land, basically Lord of the earth. And Enlil meant Lord of the sky. Lil meant sky. At the time they came down, there was already a humanoid hominid that existed on the planet. The Anunnakai's mission was to mine for gold because planet Risk or Nibiru was actually depleting. All right, their atmosphere was depleting from ultraviolet radiation, and they used gold. They would use gold because they could beat the gold real thin to where they could stretch it over their planet. There was another extraterrestrial race known as the Ajiji that was also working in tandem with the Anunnaki. Unfortunately, the Ajiji grew very tired of the rigorous work in regards to gold mining. So at that point, the Anunnakai decided the hominid that was already on the planet to actually clone and manipulate them, gene splice them with their genes to actually make an advanced race that would have the ability of mining for gold. It's just the part of the Bible where it said, "Let us make man in our image." Enlil wanted to be worshipped. This is why you hear the concept of a jealous God. That was Enlil. Any real primordial God with true love and divinity has no room for jealousy. So what Enlil did, because he wanted to be worshipped so bad, is he inserted us with what's called a worship gene. The acronym for this God gene is referred to as VMAT2. It stands for Vesicular Monoamine Transporter 2. That's right, it's a worship gene that's embedded in us. That's why some individuals, no matter how much you wake up and you try to wake them up, they just focused on what they want to believe in. And you know, some individuals, it may take a few more life cycles. They may have to go through a few more incarnations. Your soul may be older than their soul. So you have to be patient with some of these individuals and realize that it's not, everybody's ascension process is timed differently. So when you get a chance, go down a rabbit hole, look up the worship gene VMAT2. It is an actual gene. It does exist. I'm not making this up. This isn't pseudoscience. This is in biology, and it's been scientifically proven that this gene does exist. This was actually discovered by a Dr. Dean Hamer. Personally, I do believe in a prime source creator. I do believe in a prime source creator, but I do believe that that divine spark also exists in us as well. Those who may not have had the ability of speaking with their higher self may disconnect their self from God. They may look at it as blasphemous to even assume that they're on that level or to even deem their self as God. But even in their religious books, right in the Bible, it says, "Ye are gods." Okay, this was straight out the mouth of Yeshua, that we are gods, basically. So it's nothing wrong with viewing yourself as God, right? Now, also, and you can say this to any Christian or anyone from a religious faith. If we're children of God, right? Then what would that make us? If we're anyone that's a child of something, a child of an elephant is what an elephant. A child of a pig is a pig, right? A child of a cat is a cat. If I'm a child of God, then guess what? I'm a God. Move all the distractions and realize you are the God or goddess that you're looking for. Also, if you haven't yet, get your lion's mane mushroom for decalcification of the pineal gland and regeneration of damaged brain cells. Also, get your mugwort leaf and blue lotus. These herbs are phenomenal for accessing transcendental states of consciousness and activation of the pineal gland. Always remember, if any being demands your worship, okay, they say you need to kneel or anything like that, then that's a malevolent entity and you shouldn't even be in connection with it. Any being that's predicated on love is associated with free will, okay? And that's the real galactic law of the cosmos, is free will. Any being that demand you to say, hey, kneel or anything like that, is stuck in an ego, all right? Keep that in mind and remember that. Peace, love, and light to everyone.
All right, talk to us.
Bro, I don't give a bro. They held me down and they made me watch little kids get. I don't give a anymore.
Where?
Bro, they took me to the woods, bro, and they tied. I'm not joking, bro. I have proof, bro. I don't give a bro. I will show you every video you could ever believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They tied me down and they made me watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a anymore. Yes, I lost it. They're little kids.
Come on, fuck this guy, dude.
Bro, this dude.
Who?
Bro,
You do know
you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
You know the path you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give a. I don't give a. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
Well, that's the first point of contention, because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the worst part
no,
about
they
it.
can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking.
You have proof of these things. You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course, if Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help
Well,
you.
bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I can help you get out of it.
Which hither ye have brought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and
I
priests,
see Ryan Garcia in
I
that.
spit upon your fire.
He's being sacrificed. This is actually the real video.
Prince of all mortal wisdom, Owl of Bohemia, we beseech thee, grant us thy
We need
counsel.
some prayers for Ryan Garcia in the chat right now. Please leave a positive message in the comments and like the video. Wait! He's being taken up to the fire!
Get!
Who is that?
That's all you have to do.
Oh crap.
For he has anointed me to preach. He has anointed me to heal. He has anointed me.
Dude, they're in the woods spreading little kids' buttholes and drinking blood out of them, bro. I'm not even joking. I know that's vulgar, but it's the truth. And I came on this space to show everybody that my voice is clear, it's direct. I can answer any question. My mind is there. There's nothing wrong with me. I am tweeting all these things. I'm just letting everybody hear that this is my real voice, and I'm saying these things.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan. I'm coming on here to explain what's going on. I'm not in possession of my phone. I can't get access to my Instagram. My cards are locked. And I'm just being real, I'm being real taken advantage. And I personally wanted just to send out a video to the people that love me and my fans and family that's concerned that I'm okay. I'm not dead. I believe in Jesus. All those are lies. And, they try to put me in jail. They're blocking my cards. I can't access my money. Nobody's hitting me back. I don't know what's going on, but just know I'm okay. Look.
So the famous boxer Ryan Garcia took it to Twitter earlier today, Twitter Spaces, as a matter of fact, or X Spaces, whatever you want to call it. And he claims that he was raped at 2 years old. And not only that, he was forced to watch rituals of other children being essayed, so on and so forth. And I'm just reading the comments, and people are so quick to dismiss him as crazy. But why is it that when people in Hollywood go crazy, they all tell the same story? That's going to always be my biggest question, because this is not a new story. As a matter of fact, I remember hearing a story very similar to this one about one of the elites, a woman, Caucasian, who ran for office, y'all fill in the blanks, who was doing something very ritualistic and sadistic in the forest, and it was filmed, and it was on what was called at the time the deep web or the dark web. This had to be at least 10 years ago. And I seen this with my own eyes. This was before the AI rendering of videos, at least that I was aware of. And I will never forget what I seen on that video, okay? So answer me this question. To all the naysayers who like to say when people come out and they tell this exact same story, why is it only this specific story that's being repeated over and over again by different people? What does one have to gain from telling a story such as this? These people are all broken down the exact same way. These videos are recorded as a form of blackmail if they get out of line. I just feel like I have no reason to not believe this man.
So let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"? Yeah. What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little...
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.